Good morning, class. In today's English class, we will be studying verbs, transitive and intransitive. Now, before starting with transitive and intransitive, let's revise what are verbs. Verbs are the action words or doing words. They describe an action or talk about something that happens. This you already know that verbs जिनको हम हिंदी में क्रिया कहते हैं. What are these? These are the action words or doing words. So they indicate that some action is being done. कोई काम हो रहा है. For example, in these pictures you can see that this boy is running. So he is doing some work, is doing some action. This girl is playing with the rope or is jumping, is skipping, whatever you say. So there is some action. Over here the boy is playing with the ball. So there is some action. So whenever the word indicates that some action is being done, then those words are known as verbs. Other examples like jump, play, run, think, melt, cool, etc. Now, what is a subject? This we have already covered and studied in chapter subject and predicate. A quick review of it. Subject is a person or a thing that is being discussed, described, or is talked about in a sentence. जिस चीज़ या पर्सन के बारे में हम सेंटेंस में बात कर रहे हैं, that is known as a subject. So subject can be a noun, it can be a pronoun. And you already know that noun are a person, place, thing or an idea. So subject can be a person, place, thing or an idea that is doing something. So any noun or a pronoun about which we are discussing in a sentence or we are talking about in a sentence, that is known as a subject. Now to find subject in a sentence, what you are supposed to do? You question who or what before the verb. So first step will be to find the verb and then verb se pehle, before the verb se pehle, what are you supposed to question? Who or what. So whatever answer you get to this question is the subject of the sentence. Let's take an example. My mother will return soon. Now in this sentence, what is the verb? Will return, वापस आना. So that's an action, will return. Now before this verb, question who or what. Who will return? Answer comes my mother. So mother is a subject. And moreover, in this sentence, we are talking about mother. So mother is a subject. Let's see next example. The dog is wagging his tail. Wagging means hilana. You can see in the picture the dog is wagging his tail. So what is the action word or what is verb? Is wagging. So now put the question who or what before it. Who is wagging his tail? What is the answer? The dog. So the dog is the subject. Children are eating ice cream. Are eating is verb. Who are eating ice cream? Children. So children are subject. We are going to the mall. What is the verb? Are going. Now put the question who or what before the verb. Who are going to the mall? We. So subject is a noun or a pronoun that is discussed in the sentence or about which we are talking in the sentence. Like the dog, children, we. Now, what is an object? An object is a noun or a pronoun on which a verb performs an action. It falls at the end of a sentence. It is who or what that subject does something to. So, what is an object? Object is that part of the sentence on which a verb is performing an action. It is usually at the end of the sentence. Sentence के end में होगा. And when it is added to the sentence, it completes the sentence. Like, to find the object, what are we supposed to do? To find object, question whom or what after the verb. जो भी सेंटेंस का वर्ब है उसके बाद आप क्वेश्चन करेंगे whom or what. And in subject we were putting who and what question before the verb. So when you question whom or what after the verb, whatever answer you get is object of the sentence. Let's apply this in this example. Children are going in the bus. Children are the subject. Are going is verb. So children are going in what? In bus. So bus becomes the object. The dog is eating the bone. The dog is eating. Is eating is the verb. Is eating what? The bone. So the bone becomes the subject. Priya is playing with her pet cat. Is playing is verb. Is playing with what? Her pet cat. So this is the object. He is reading a book. Reading is verb. So a book is object. And what is he? He is a subject. So now let's try a few examples. I wrote a letter. Now you have to find subject and object in the sentence. What is being discussed in a letter? Or what is being discussed in the sentence? It is I. So I will become the subject and I wrote a letter. So to find an object, you have to question whom or what. I wrote what? A letter. So that's an object. See the second sentence. The teacher is explaining the chapter. Is explaining is verb. Now question, put who. Who is explaining the chapter? The teacher. So the teacher is a subject. The teacher is explaining what? The chapter. So the chapter becomes the object. The cake is nicely baked by my mom. What is the verb? Baked. So now question what before baked. What is nicely baked by my mom? The cake. The cake is subject. And the cake is nicely baked by whom? Question whom after baked. The answer is my mom and that's an object. So whenever you have to find a subject or an object, the easiest way is you have to question as per the rule. Like in subject, you have to question who or what before the verb, and in object, you have to question whom or what after the verb. Now coming to what is transitive verb. Verbs that have an object are called transitive verbs. That means sentence में अगर verb है और verb के बाद एक object है, then that verb is transitive verb. When a verb requires an object to complete its meaning in a sentence, it is called a transitive verb. There are many sentences when the object is not there, but still the sentence is complete. Like, if we see this example, my grandfather plays chess. Now अगर हम chess हटा दें और सेंटेंस केवल प्लेस तक रहे, my grandfather plays, that is also complete sentence, but when we are adding chess to it, we are giving more meaningful sentence. So an object when added in a sentence makes the sentence complete, and then that verb is called an transitive verb. So my grandfather plays chess. Plays is verb. Now plays what? Chess. So there is an object. So plays is a transitive verb. The cat is chasing the mouse. Chasing means पीछा करना. You can see the cat is chasing the mouse. Here the cat is there and this is mouse. So chasing is verb. Now the cat is chasing whom? Answer comes the mouse. So the mouse is an object. So if in a sentence there is a verb and that verb is followed by an object, then this verb becomes what? It becomes a transitive verb. Coming to intransitive verb. Verbs that does not require an object to complete its meaning is called an intransitive verb. अगर किसी सेंटेंस में ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है वर्ब के बाद बट फिर भी सेंटेंस कंप्लीट है, then that verb is intransitive. Intransitive means without object and transitive with object. Example, water evaporates when it's hot. So evaporates is verb, but there is no object in the sentence, so it is intransitive. Boys play in the park. Play is verb, but park is not object, because already told that to find out the object we have to question what? We have to question whom or what. We are not supposed to question where. Where question नहीं करना है, हमें whom या what question करना है. So boys plays in the park. There is no object. So play is intransitive verb. Let's try. You have to underline the verb and then identify it as transitive and intransitive. The baby smiled. Smiled is showing an action, so this is verb. But baby smiled at whom? At what? No answer, so it is intransitive. I stopped the car. Stopped is a verb. Action आ रहा है. I stopped what? The car. Answer आ गया. So that means the car is an object. This is a transitive verb. The car stopped. Now after stop there is no object. So here in the third sentence the stopped is intransitive. The wind blew hard. Blew is a verb. That means behna या चलना. But is there a object? No. So the wind blew hard. Blew is an intransitive verb. I baked some cookies. I baked what? Some cookies. Some cookies are object. So it's a transitive verb. The pirates found the treasure. Found, milna is an action. Found what? The treasure. The treasure is an object. So found is what? Transitive. Next, the train arrived quickly. Arrived, ana, that's an action. So it's a verb. But train arrived what? Train arrived whom? Are you getting any answer? No. So it's an intransitive verb. People shouted on the thief. Shouted is an action. So that's a verb. People shouted on what? On the thief. So thief is an object. So it's a transitive verb. Flower vase was broken. Broken is verb, action, tuta, torna. So that's an action. Flower vase was broken. Whom, what? No answer. No object. Intransitive. She plucks flower. Plucks means torna. So that's an action. Plucks is a verb. She plucks what? Flower. You got an answer. So flower is an object. It's a transitive verb. I am going to the temple. Going is action, verb, and going whom or what? No answer. So intransitive. Monkey eats banana. Eats what? Banana. So eat is a verb and you have got an answer. Banana. Banana is a object. So it's a transitive verb. So quick review. In transitive verbs, what will happen? Verb that have an object are called transitive verb. जो भी transitive verb होंगे उन verbs के बाद एक object होगा. Like we are eating burger. We are eating what? Burger. Burger is an object. Intransitive verbs वाली जो sentences होंगी, what is that? Verbs that does not have an object are called intransitive verb. अगर verb के बाद कोई object नहीं है then it is intransitive. Like we are eating. यहाँ पे कोई object नहीं है. We are eating what? नहीं पता. So that is, there is no object. So it is intransitive. So in transitive there is an object and in intransitive there is no object. Thank you.